The story of Jesus Christ didn't begin in the New Testament. Long before his birth in Bethlehem, the Old Testament was already echoing with promises and prophecies of a coming Savior. Let's explore 7 powerful Old Testament prophecies and see how they were fulfilled in the life of Jesus. The promise of the seed. In Genesis 3:15, right after the fall of man, God made a promise: "I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and her seed. He shall bruise your head, and you shall bruise his heel." This was the very first prophecy pointing to Jesus, the one who would crush the serpent's head and defeat sin and death. Later, in 2 Samuel 7:12-13, God promised David that one of his descendants would establish an eternal kingdom. Isaiah added more detail in Isaiah 7:14. "Therefore the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive, and bear a son, and shall call his name Emmanuel." Again in Isaiah 9:6. "For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace." 2. A prophet like Moses. In Deuteronomy 18:15-19, Moses spoke of another prophet to come, someone like himself, who would speak God's words with authority. Jesus fulfilled this by not only teaching the truth, but embodying it. The Apostle Peter confirms this in Acts 3:22. 3. A king. From the line of David, the Psalms declare, "You are my son. Today I have begotten you." Psalm 2:7. Jesus entered Jerusalem not just as a teacher, but as the long-awaited king. 4. The suffering servant. Perhaps the most vivid prophecy comes from Isaiah 53. In Isaiah 53, 3-7, "He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows, and acquainted with grief. Surely he hath borne our griefs, and carried our sorrows. But he was wounded for our transgressions, he bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed." This passage so clearly mirrors the suffering and crucifixion of Jesus. 5. The branch from Jesse. Isaiah 11:1 says, "And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots." This prophecy speaks of new life and hope rising from what seemed lost, fulfilled in Jesus, who brought salvation from a lineage thought forgotten. 6. Born in Bethlehem. Micah 5:2 is strikingly specific. "Out of you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, will come one who will be ruler over Israel." Though a small town, Bethlehem became the birthplace of the greatest king. 7. A sign of the resurrection. In Jonah 1:17, Jonah spent 3 days in the belly of a fish. Jesus referenced this as a sign, pointing to his own resurrection after 3 days in the grave. What seemed like defeat became a glorious victory. These prophecies, scattered across centuries and scrolls, all come together in the life of Jesus Christ.